Okay, so today this is the last chapter of chapter 2. It's 2.9. So what that means for you is that means you know that a test is coming up, and it's your job to make sure you know everything that we've learned in chapter 2, okay? But today for chapter 2.9, we're talking about problem solving, okay? Solving word problems using division. And not only that, but your learning goal for today is to be able to solve word problems by using a specific strategy, and that strategy is by drawing a diagram. Let's talk about this strategy for a second. It says by drawing a diagram. What is a diagram? What is a diagram? It sounds very complicated and very fancy, but what is a diagram? Divana? It's not sort of like a picture. It is a picture, but it's different than the pictures we draw like in book club or other assignments or in art, right? A diagram is what, Ariel? It's like a math picture. It's a quick math sketch that you can draw to help you understand a math situation or a math problem, okay? So today we're going to be talking about all different sorts of word problems and how we're going to use math pictures or diagrams to solve them. Sean and his family chartered a fishing boat for the day. Okay, what that means is Sean and his family, they're just they rented a fishing boat for the day. Sean caught a blue marlin, which is a type of fish, and an amberjack, which is another kind of fish. So how many kinds of fish did Sean catch? 2, right? He caught 2 fish, one that was a blue marlin and one that was an amberjack. The weight of the blue marlin was 12 times as great as the weight of the amberjack. So which fish was more heavy, the blue marlin or the amberjack? Joseph?
The blue marlin.
Yes, 12 times heavier than the amberjack, okay? The combined weight of both fish was 273 pounds. How much did each fish weigh? Now, what is the first thing we always do when we are faced with a word problem? Harshita? Before we ask ourselves if it's addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, what is the very first thing we need to make sure we do? Shreya? To ask ourselves what is the problem asking. So what is the problem asking here, Karan?
How much did each fish weigh?
We want to know how much each fish weighed. Okay. So if we know that the question's asking how much did each fish weigh, do we know we can just give one answer, one number for the answer? How many numbers do we have to have in our final answer at the end of the problem? 2, because Sean caught 2 fish and it's asking how much did each fish weigh. Okay, after we know what the question is asking, what do we need to do next? What's the next important thing we need to do? Zara? What is the important information we need to know? So in this case, Zara, what is the important information we need to know?
The blue marlin was 12 times as great as the weight of the amberjack.
Yeah, we know.
And the weight of both fish was 273 pounds.
Very good. We know that the weight of the blue marlin was 12 times as much of the weight of the amberjack. And all together, both fish all together weighed how much?
273 pounds.
273 pounds. Very good. So now let's figure out how we can use a picture to draw a diagram to help us solve the problem. Okay? So if I'm going to use this little box, and that represents the weight of the amberjack. Okay? So let's draw a little box and let's write amberjack next to it. So Marcus, if this little box represents the weight of the amberjack, how can I draw a picture that represents the weight of the blue marlin?
You should draw it as close to 12 times bigger as you can get it.
So if I drew one box for the amberjack, if I draw, how many boxes do I need to draw to represent the weight of the blue marlin? 12, because the blue marlin was 12 times as heavy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, hang on 1 second. Now what else do I know? Do I know how much the amberjack weighed?
No.
Do I know how much the blue marlin weighed?
No.
Do I know how much they weigh all together?
Yes.
So all of these boxes all together, how much do they weigh? Claire, how much do all those boxes together weigh?
It's 273 pounds.
273 pounds. Okay, so if I know the total weight, how do I divide this to find the weight of one box? How many boxes do I have all together? How many boxes do I have all together, Thomas?
You have
13 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 boxes all together. And I know that those 13 boxes all together weigh 273 pounds. So how can I find the weight of just one of those boxes? What do I need to do? Liam?
273 divided by 13.
All right, very good. We know how to do that. Should we start in the hundreds, tens, or ones? What do you think? Ariel? Tens, okay. And how many times does 13 go into 27, Ariel? Twice, okay. And now Mom will multiply, Jason. 2 times 13?
26.
26. Sister will subtract, Daniel. 27 minus 26 is?
13.
Is what?
1.
1. And then brother will bring down Daniel to make that new number what? 13, thank you. And then 13 goes into 13 how many times, Adam? Good. Stay with us, okay? Make sure you're writing this stuff down. 1 times 13 is 13. Remainder of 0. So what does this 21 represent? Our new quotient of 21. What does that represent? Yanming? The weight of the amberjack, right? And how do I find the weight of the blue marlin? I'll use blue for blue marlin. Matthew?
Multiply it by 12.
21.
The blue marlin is 12 times, weighs 12 times as much as the amberjack.
Yeah, because we know that the blue marlin weighs 12 times as much as the amberjack, and now we know the amberjack weighs 21 pounds, we can find out the weight of the blue marlin by doing 21 times 12. I'm not going to waste our time doing it together, so Tomby, what's 21 times 12?
I actually think that there's an easier way to solve that since it's
Hang on one second. What's 21 times 12? Liam?
252 pounds.
252 pounds. So we know that the amberjack weighed 21 pounds and the blue marlin weighed 252 pounds. How might we check our answer to see if we are correct? How might we check our answer? And I think this might be where Tomby was going. Tomby,
Since it's divided by 13, you can just do 273 minus 21.
so we could do 273 minus the weight of the amberjack, right, to find the weight of the blue marlin. Very good. And so the opposite of what Tomby said, could we add 21 plus 252 to see if that weighed the total weight?
Yeah.
And does it?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.